Hey guys, Kip Campbell from Rams Red Arrow TV, having a great time hanging out at SHOT Show 2016. I can't lie to you guys, I'm really just hanging out in the cow pasture with my Ram 2500. Missed SHOT Show this year to witness the birth of my first son. I like hunting big, dangerous game in epic situations with my bow. One shot that I'm particularly proud of is we were hunting in some backcountry that was just full of wolves, grizzlies. I mean, these elk are really hard to get.
Did you watch Cameron Haynes' interview?
No,
That's literally like the exact answer that he had. No, it's the same thing that he said.
Cameron who? I would have to say that my mentor in the hunting world is my dad. I mean, for sure. I mean, he's so courageous and driven and outgoing. My dad Jim. Ever since I was a little girl, I just looked up to him.
Did you watch Eva Shockey's video? That's the same thing that Eva Shockey said.
I didn't watch anybody's video.
You said when you were a little girl.
I checked the playback. I never said when I was a little girl. You know, I tell you, I count on my Ram, and one of the best features that I use a lot is the Ram box. And you know, we hunt a lot of remote locations through the Midwest and utilize the Ram box quite a bit. I put my laptop in there.
All right. Now I know you watch the other videos. That's exactly what Sean from Heartland Bowhunter said.
What's Heartland Bowhunter?
Oh,
it's like a show?
It's a TV show on the Outdoor Channel.
I mean, I hunt in the Heartland all the time. But no, I didn't listen to any interviews. Like, I just like Ram box. I like to put my laptop in it. My most epic stalk was like the time I stalked Michael Hunsucker for like a year and a half. It was really hard, and like to find ample space in the tree outside his window, it was weird. You know, my most epic and probably memorable hunt is I was hunting in the Bitterroot with Cameron Haynes, and we weren't actually together. He was hunting a separate side of the mountain. We were hunting a little bit different territory. We converged on the same bull that was really hot. Cam actually got a pretty decent shot on this bull. 85 yards, lets one fly. I was already at full draw, you know, on the same bull. I shot Cam's arrow out of the air, deflecting it away from the bull, loaded another arrow in my Hoyt, and just, you know, put it right in the boiler room. Biggest bull of my life. I mean, just...
That is impossible.
It's not impossible.
There's no way that happened.
It's not impossible. It's like improbable. Was there ever a time I felt in over my head? Yeah. One time I was down bow hunting alligators in South Florida, and I actually literally fell in over my head with an 11-foot alligator. So yeah, I felt a little over my head in this industry sometimes. My gutsiest shot was on this deer that I hit right in the middle. Green arrow, totally went against everything that the show is known for. Gutsiest shot I ever made, man. You know, I'm really proud of every animal I take, so there's not a specific one that stands out above the rest. I mean, you could list off several. I mean, my biggest buck in Iowa, or the spot and stalk fallow deer that we did in New Zealand, where we crawled on our belly for an hour and a half and camped out on this one spot and called the deer in to 30 yards and shot him. I mean, there's so many different experiences, but really, you know, all in all, I'd have to say every animal I've ever taken with the bow, I'm super proud of, almost equally so. Strange as it may sound, my biggest moment of glory since I've been in this hunting industry, or since I've been hunting for that matter, was when my daughter Addison killed her first 2 deer by herself last year with a rifle. And you know, that was such a big deal to both of us, man. It was a really emotional time, and just to see her get the enjoyment out of deer hunting that I get was just something special. My favorite feature on the Ram, it'd have to be the towing capacity of the Cummins diesel. That 2500 back yonder will snatch just about anything out of its tracks, and I've proven that time and again on our hunting adventures with hooking to all kind of different brands of trucks and pulling them out of the mud and everything else. I wouldn't be afraid to hook to the Rock of Gibraltar. If your granny wants to live in the next county, we'll hook to the foundation of her house and we'll pull her there. I promise you. Well, you know, the best hunter in our squad right now, I'm gonna have to say, is me, just because I'm the only one who gets to hunt most of the time. And I'm gonna have to say the worst hunter is my newborn son, Cade. I mean, that little sucker can't even draw a bow back. He can't talk. He drools on himself. He doesn't have any teeth. I mean, he'd probably be the worst hunter if you're really gonna compare everybody in our squad, or whatever you wanna call it. So yeah, Yeah, I'm the best and Cade's the worst right now, but that could change. That'll change over the years. I'll probably get old and decrepit, and Cade will be young and awesome. Except a few deer I've shot, I've been like, oh, that's embarrassing. Well, my most embarrassing moment is probably a collection of moments. I grew up in the South, and we sort of just bring meat home to the family, and I've been in some of these Midwest big buck hunting kind of operations, and I brought back, I'll just say, a little bit undersized deer occasionally, and had to tell the outfitter, this is the deer I shot on your place. So I've had a couple embarrassing moments like that. One of my most embarrassing moments, at least in the hunting industry, was when we were hanging out with Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger for about 15 to 20 minutes. And when we were parting ways, my wife still had no idea who he was, and his name tag said Joe. So she was like, nice to meet you, Joe. Parted ways, and Ben kind of looked at all of us like, who in the world is this chick? Sad thing is, my wife's the biggest football fan in the world, but she said she didn't recognize him without his helmet on. On a serious note, man, I really love my Ram family, and I couldn't ask for a better product. Everybody that Ram's partnered with are guys in the industry and girls that I look up to, like the Shockeys and the guys from Heartland Bowhunter, Cam Haynes. You guys are my heroes, man, and that's why I think it works so well with us and Ram, is we're all very like-minded people. They're all good people, and we've had nothing but great experiences both with the people that are involved in Ram and the products they put out.